manager. I would love to play with this guy. And then after that, I think we made top 4 that year, and it was that one particular speech. Arsene was outside waiting for us to train. We were not out there because Mikel stopped training. That.
Transit TV, welcome back again to the Transit Studios. And today, away from the heroes, I want to talk about something that I stumbled into this week. A very interesting topic about Mikel Arteta. Theo Walcott was speaking to Simon Jordan on his new series Upfront. And he made some very, and I don't know, check out that. We're going to put a link to that video in the comment section. Check out that video because Simon Jordan, these are all the guys out there in the YouTube space who also divide a lot of opinion. But if you really want to know about him, he's a very smart man, and he's not afraid to say the difficult things. And he's often, I think what he does there is to bring people to talk about the difficult things, ask the question nobody will want to ask them about careers and stuff that happen in this game of football that he did with Walcott. And I'm going to play a sort of a clip, some part of that interview that really interests me, which concerns Mikel Arteta. And we're going to talk about it. First of all, before we continue, don't forget, we have launched our new Transit TV website, transittv.com. Go there in the comment section and click on the link and check out the website. For us, we'll welcome feedback. If there anything that you want to have on that side that is not there, please let us know. You see our shop, our Shopify link is there as well to encourage us with this passion series. If you like them, we have them in different shades, and as well the Tumblr, and let us know what you think about the website, and send us your feedback, and we'll be very encouraged to see that. Don't forget to hit the like button on this one. Subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Help us to hit the like button. Let's get 100 likes on this video, because to help us to get YouTube to push our content out there for a lot of people. So we're going to talk about Walcott and the comment that he made about Mikel Arteta. And this is something that I have been saying, because I was sold by Mikel, from the first day he granted his first interview for Arsenal. Obviously, like many, I wasn't sure about that appointment. But once I listened to him speak the first time, I knew. Though I already know Arteta, I knew him when he was playing for Arsenal. A lot of Arsenal players who played with him used to always say that they were very convinced that he was going to be a manager, and not just a manager, but a pretty successful one for that matter. And this is what he has brought so far to Arsenal, taking up this responsibility at a time that Arsenal was on the floor, if you know what I am talking about. So we're going to listen to the clip from that interview from Walcott, and we'll delve into it. Listen to the clip.
An open room, if anyone else wants to speak. I've always stuck with me. Remember, it was like he was the manager there, and that moment, for me, that was a turning point thinking, and I was like, this guy, he'd be a manager. I would love to play with this guy. And then after that, I think we made top 4 that year, and it was that one particular speech. Arsene was outside waiting for us to train. We were not out there because Mikel stopped training. That's how strong of a character he was, that even Arsene was afraid of him. And going back to the confrontations.
What did he say there? What's he saying to you guys?
Basically, I think as well, he was a sense of, he was sick of peace and quiet, being too nice, going back to the calmness around this sort of group. And he wanted people to say truths a bit more. Actually, it's a safe environment. It's a safe space. It stays here. No one is not going anywhere unless any of you lot put it out there. And I think that moment, I mean, he did a lot of the talking, but there were certain players that you haven't heard speak. Suddenly, like, oh, goodness me, he sounds like that, does he? I don't really hear him speak. There were certain players that wouldn't want to say a word, but that moment, he gave that safe space for the players, because we're all here to listen, because we all want the same goal. And he allowed that.
Which finished top 4?
At the time, yeah, because we were really struggling. And it worked. Look, so I think it's in creating that safe environment. I think Mikel's done that with the fans, a safe, supportive network. We connected everyone from obviously the documentary and everything as well to actually get a real insight to things. There'll be things like people haven't seen, which is fine. But he's done that. And for me, the moment was that, which was back in, I think that was 2017, I think. So...
Yeah, so he spoke there. Arteta locked out Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger, when even during the Invincible, when we had men in that dressing room, they revered him, they feared him. Nobody dare speak. He wasn't that kind of manager that was confrontational, like they have always said, but still he had the control of the play. But Arteta had the guts to lock him out, come in one day and say, hey, Gaffer, can you stay out for a little bit? Give us 30 minutes. And he locked the dressing room and looked the players in the eyes and told them that it's too nice in here. It's too nice. We're not going anywhere. We're not achieving our goals. And everybody is comfortable with it. And he had to make people uncomfortable. And he told them, hey, let's create a safe space here. Talk to me. If I'm not doing well, you have the right to talk to me. Let's hold each other accountable. And these are the words that we are always speaking. He said that they are non-negotiables when he came to Arsenal. People have to have accountability. People have to understand what it means to play for Arsenal. He always sang the song of the team spirit, what you need to do, what you have to do, what you must do to be able to be part of this team. And in 2 years, after 2 years, Arsenal fans, the world of football, started to reap the fruit and see what, and now it has become a benchmark for what other teams are doing. Manchester United, Chelsea are beginning to try to copy what he has done for the team so far. But Walcott mentioned there that straight away, he told himself, if this guy ever becomes a manager, I would love to play for him. And you can see that now that a lot of players out there want to play for Arsenal. The players that are in Arsenal right now don't want to go anywhere because of what Arteta, because he is a manager that holds accountable. At the same time, from what you have heard, things he have been doing with players and their families and stuff, he also will turn around, put an arm around your neck and be emotional with you when he needs to do so. So he has a very powerful emotional intelligence. This has shown, and this is what leaders who have achieved extraordinary things in this state that we live in, all walks of life have. He has shown these attributes: solid emotional intelligence, being focused and goal-driven. At the same time, holding people accountable and not being inhuman, creating a safe space. And if you remember, Arteta came in as well. Arsenal was in loggerhead with the fans. The fans were going different direction. The club was different direction. And when he came, he said that we need to bring these two ends together for us to achieve our purpose. And this he has done, and done expertly, successfully well. And Walcott mentioned it there, he created a safe support network. So this tells you that what you're seeing in Arsenal today that Arteta is doing is not a fluke. This is who he is. This is what he is. This is what he represents. And I think people need to give Arteta a chance, win or not. And this is the reason why when people put you on the spot and say, well, if he wins the league next season, you say you should fire him. How are you going to sack a manager like this? I will all know that the reason why he has not won the league is right now is Pep Guardiola and Man City. But the good thing is that, though you know that Pep will always revitalize his team, he will always recreate that team. But from what we saw last season, I don't think they're going to be as strong as they have been for the past few years. So Arsenal might probably have a chance, or any other club this season. Liverpool as well might. But most likely, if you can, just from what we have seen so far, there's anything that's going to push City out of the title next season, it's going to be Arsenal. I also hear that Arteta already has taken the players who are now involved in the Euros to, I think it's Saudi Arabia or something. They're having a camp and they're working already on the next season. So I also said, let me talk about this. Don't forget to watch that upfront. Listen to what Walcott said about his career. He talked about his own personal career. You remember Walcott was one of the youngest talent that came out from England. I think for England, he was the youngest player to go to the World Cup. He was 15 when Wenger persuaded, who was the coach then? I don't know if it was Capello, to take him to the World Cup, though he didn't play any game. And World Cup was going to be the next big team coming out from England. I will not say his career was a flop, but he did not really hit the heights that he was expected to hit based on the hype that surrounded his coming into the limelight when he came from Southampton to Arsenal. I mean, a player that scored over 100 goals for Arsenal, you will not say he had an awful career, but he didn't really hit those heights. And from what he said in that interview, he talked about being comfortable in where Arsenal was the center, but he wanted to play for Arsenal until after a long time, So maybe if he had played at the time, he had a better team in Arsenal, maybe he would have achieved more with his career. But I mean, Walcott, kudos to you. He spoke up there, spoke comfortably. There are some things he said against himself, which shows you the kind of character that he is. He was not, he didn't have to patronize himself. He was honest. He was, truthful, and spoke with so many, a level of sincerity. And this is what Simon Jordan does to you. He asks you difficult questions. He looks in the face, looks in the eye, and try to extract information from you. So I really enjoyed that, and I just felt that I should call some excerpts from that interview and show and share with you guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think what do you think about this topic today? Are you convinced with Arsenal? Do you think Arsenal has hit a rare gem in the person of Arteta? What do you expect that Arteta is going to achieve with this? Do you see him staying long in Arsenal, maybe 10 years, or the way Pep has lasted 9 years in City? Do you see Arteta, I will hear that the Arsenal has already given him a new contract. Are you in support of that? Do you think it's all going to be if he wins a trophy or not, or all these other things about Arteta, other things he has won for the team? We'll watch the series, the Amazon series, and we saw a glimpse of what happens behind the scenes. And I think that's where most people were sold on him. So are you now convinced that regardless of what happens, Arteta is the man that Arsenal needs, and he needs to be around for a little bit to help the club? Me personally, I feel that Arteta needs to be kept in Arsenal for a few more years to come, win or no win, to help solidify the foundation of this club, of this team, this unification, this revolution that he has started. And I also believe, I'm convinced that he's going to win trophies, big trophies for Arsenal. I told one of my mates 2 seasons ago, when Arsenal was really, really strong under Arteta, I thought I would win Champions League with Arsenal, and I still believe so. And I would bet on it that in the next 2 seasons, max 3 seasons, Arteta will win Champions League with Arsenal. Continues the way he's going. So let me know what you think in the comment section. What is your view on this one? And I'll see you next time. Ciao.